Hey Space Monkeys, it's DTakes23 and this is a Beyond Good and Evil 2 update. The BGE2 team had their first Twitch stream yesterday and it had its moments.
We want to make sure that Oh, there we go. Whee!
The Gata is falling apart.
It's okay.
We also found out that there are 80,000 space monkeys among us, and the team wants you to know that your feedback is appreciated and reviewed thoroughly. Your replies to the posts on the game's website have inspired ideas that are currently being conceptualized. Let's go through some of what you made possible and might see in the final game. This is concept art of an Egyptian cow goddess, and it's one of my favorite things that we got to see. I must say she is quite beautiful. We also got to see an Inuit hybrid walrus. Check out those markings. It's clear that this team has excellent attention to detail, which is really good to see. In terms of the landscape, we might see lost civilizations, pirate lairs, outposts, and underwater environments. We got a sneak peek at the character creation process, including a small snippet showing hybrids morphing in a way that might be available to us via character customization. The team emphasized that characters we came across will be personalized and have their own stories. They won't be generic NPCs. For example, legendary characters are those that you will meet and recruit. Hybrids will have nuanced personalities, but they will also be used based on the abilities carried on through DNA.
There was some really cool comments about people who wanted to make sure that we gave sharks appropriate treatment, as opposed to just considering them as, you know, the traditional dead-eyed, really dark, evil Jaws type character. And that made us, we had a long discussion about that because we wanted to make sure that, yeah, they get a fair deal too. So maybe the corporations will use them like attack dogs, and they're scary. I mean, naturally scary animals, but then you'll see them as a pirate when they're freed, and then they could be their own freewheeling, you know, rock and roll self. So we definitely want to stigmatize animals based on their natural instincts, but it does make sense that if you're going to create hybrids, then you're probably going to use what they do best.
The team is straying away from characters like Segundo in the first BGE game. They don't want to force characters on you. They want you to bond with characters and give you the ability to choose your crew. Female hybrids are in development, and here's a sneak peek of two. I'm a fan of the one on the left. Diversity is a big deal in this game. Transgender characters are confirmed, and of course we already know that the team is really taking care into looking into different cultural aspects that might play well in the game. Are you ready to fly? 'Cause I am, and we got to see various ships including motherships, scouting ships, cargo frigates, tuk-tuks, which are, by the way, slow but quiet and might be handy when you want to blend in or sneak around. We also got to see a small fighter. You'll be able to customize your ships and even have friends follow you automatically like a fleet. This grouping would include 4 players total, with 1 directing the fleet. FYI, online play will not be forced. You will be able to play offline. In terms of story, there are stories within the game with a beginning, middle, and end. However, you will be able to construct your own story and live it out with your friends via multiplayer. One thing of note, and I found this quite interesting, was the fact that they brought up their desire to avoid procedural elements. They want everything to feel connected and meaningful. I have no doubt that they've likely been receiving feedback recalling the days of Hello Games and No Man's Sky and their hyped up promises.
We really believed that, okay, we have now the ability to create many characters, many spaceships, but the big thing is, and we have planets also that we already shown, but now the big thing is a huge city that is not a procedural city or something like that. You know, it has the main monument, every characters inside of the city have an activity, an history. So we want the player to feel that everything is connected.
Yep.
Again, and the city
is a character in and of itself too.
Exactly. That's why it was very interesting to discuss about the city with the Space Monkeys, you know, about what kind of cities, what kind of traditions, religions, origins, you know, all these things, so that when we create another city, we have real inspirations, real deep, cultural ingredients for that, not just basic procedural stuff.
Beyond Good and Evil 2 and the dreams of what the game will be is quite massive, a huge undertaking, and different to what we have seen in the industry so far. But at this moment, their main focus is to build a huge, vibrant city that can be explored without loading screens or transitions. And they're able to do this because their team has tripled in size since E3. Along with the Twitch stream, they also released a new video linked below, and after viewing both, I can say that their aim is to be completely transparent. This isn't hype. This is about having a relationship and discussion with the fans in order to create something that we can all love. And they're pretty clear that they will be transparent, making sure that if something they desire is no longer possible, the fans will be notified.
That we achieve this kind of transparency that will allow the community to see, okay, this is where the direction where they're going. And if that changes at some point, then we can say, okay, this is why it happened. We told you this is why the change happened, and this is where we're going.
It's important to keep that in mind. And it's important to keep in mind that at this point, it's all conceptual and can change. Personally, I would like them to bring down the scope by a lot, but I'm totally supportive and keen to see their efforts realized.
But nobody has ever made this kind of thing in a video game, So since E3, the pressure and the good pressure is still on, which is good.
Last but not least, the team went through all of the Easter eggs found in the E3 trailer. I'll go through the stream again with a finer eye just in case there's anything else I think you might be interested in. Till then, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time, and happy holidays. Bye.